Gather around, everybody. Come on in. Come on in.
Take a knee.
This is one of those we suffer together kind of nights.
Take a knee.
We suffer together. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Losers Lounge. Welcome in. Presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR 365 when you sign up. Choose your offer and find out why. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. How we do tonight, Dev?
We won 2 of 3.
That's not bad. That's a win. We're up.
Yay, we did it.
I didn't hit my parlay because I missed. I had the Jokic 30. I had the Jokic assist.
Yeah.
Not the win, though. That was the one they got us. We're also in the Toyota Losers Lounge, driven by our Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR and losers like you and me worldwide.
How else will losers like us get around from place to place?
Hell, no better way.
Losers drive Toyotas, too.
Harrison wins with me.
Oh, man, guys. Is it over? I don't know. We'll probably talk about it for the next hour, but my God. That was a disheartening game all the way through.
They battled in some ways, but came up short. D-Line Co's here. Phil and Chipper.
Yeah, the Nuggets have lost their way. Truly lost their way. I don't really know what they do anymore. I don't know who they are. Other than going to Nikola Jokic, I don't know what this team is anymore. Great to be here, guys.
Rounding out the show, superstar Dev.
I can't believe that I started out my Nigerian era in the losers.
0-1.
I didn't deserve
0-1 as
to
a
be
Nigerian.
here. I don't want to be here. Things have to change around for me and my people, like very soon. So,
Yeah.
Which, the Nigerian or the British?
Or the Nuggets fans. We could be really just any of those.
I'm gonna let you choose.
Let us choose. Let's do a fast breakdown just so we can relive that one real
Yeah,
quickly.
dude,
Maybe people,
take your time, dude.
Sometimes when you lose the game, people don't watch. They just watch the Losers Lounge. People tell us all the time. Like if I check the score, if it's a loss, straight to the Losers Lounge.
Really, I hear the exact opposite.
I hear that one too. If that happens, I don't go to Losers Lounge. But the real ones, the diehards, the sickos, they're right here with us. They're in the chat. Start the game. Jokic on fire to start, doing everything. That did tell the story. Do you guys remember the energy of the start? This game was so ridiculous.
Terrible.
Both ways, but really, like Denver's energy looked like. I mean, I was worried they'd quit. Honestly, the way that game started and the stakes, I was like, had they quit? But Jokic had 21 points. 21 in the first quarter. Took 15 shots, was 9 of 15. And the Nuggets had a lead, 33-24. Second quarter, Strawther was looking good for a hot second there.
Yep.
Remember, he had 2 quick floaters?
Yeah.
Second unit had it going for a hot second, a hot one. But then it started getting wild. Toppin started going off, Obi Toppin. Nuggets were in a tight spot, but they bounced back up to 9. Russ was making so many hustle plays, even fast breaks. Jokic closed with some buckets. He was up to 29, 8, and 6 at the half. And it was 66-61 Nuggets. Not bad so far. Neither team getting stops in the third quarter. Remember how back and forth it was to start that quarter? Nobody missed for like the longest time.
Right.
Pacers were on fire from 3, and they were getting wide open threes.
Wide open threes.
Very, very, very wide open ones, and they were making them all. And they took the lead. Nuggets responded with a run. Pacers closed with a run. It was 98-97 Pacers. On to the final frame, and what happens? Fourth quarter Russ. A horrible start to the fourth quarter from Russ and the bench. Not just him, but he was by far the loudest ones. And that gave a 10-point lead after Turner. Miles Turner took a deep 3. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
That one hurt so bad. It kind of was the difference in the game, that stupid 3. Pickett comes in for Russ. He was going to play a majority of the closing minutes with them. Nuggets responded with a 7-hole run. And then here in the clutch with 1:20 to go, Nembhard bullied AG and got a step back to put them up 4. It felt like a huge play. You kind of count on AG to get a stop there, especially against Nembhard. He couldn't do it. Christian Braun gets fouled. He gets 2 free throws, makes them both. 43 seconds left to go. Jokic had a turnover that was rough. Nuggets had the ball down 2, and he thought, all right, here you go. Jokic was exhausted. Very disorganized possession. Nobody seemed to know what to do. He looks over and sees Russ, threw it. They just weren't on the same wavelength.
CB, he was trying to do a handoff with CB.
Yeah.
And Christian just like froze.
Yeah.
And then he pivoted to pass to Russ, and it was just not there.
And it just didn't happen. Nesmith went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and then Jokic missed a 3. The game was over. Our hearts were emptied. We're all set.
heart
All right,
is empty.
Red Hawk Roofing, big takeaways. Get us started, Dev.
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway in this one is imagine a world where 41 points,
Yeah.
15 rebounds, 13 assists did not get you a win.
For the team? Or
For Jokic.
For one guy?
For one guy.
Oh, my
Put up
God.
this stat line, and it still was not enough. They still could not find a way to get over that hump. Not a way to come up with any type of stops. And then there was just late game execution, which has eluded them all season long. It really doesn't feel like they've had a game where they secured a win, a close one. It just seems like loss after loss after loss. And we're going through the longest losing streak of the year at the worst time that you could have a losing streak. The Nuggets look lost. They're without any purpose right now, and we have been seeing it and experiencing it, and it's a rough place to be in.
Really do look like a sailboat with no wind. No
Rudder
sail.
floating out
No
there.
sail, really.
I know.
It's just a sad little sailboat floating in the unforgiving sea.
My God. All right. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway, Ka, is that I don't even know what it is, dude. Like, it's like I just cannot believe how discombobulated this team is. Missing Jamal Murray is so massive for this team. It's like mainly because Aaron Gordon doesn't look himself. Michael Porter Jr. unfortunately does look like himself. Not getting anything done, not hitting the shots that need to be hit. This team's defense is not, I mean, you can't even say that they play defense. They're just kind of running around like little kids. It doesn't really seem like they're talking. It doesn't really seem like they're switching. It doesn't really seem like they have any kind of strategy if the opposing team makes them make any decisions. I mean, it's just like I can't. The number of wide open shots that the Pacers had in this game was astounding. Astounding.
It really was astounding.
And I don't even know I don't even know what I'm hoping for at this point. Like, I really don't. I cannot believe how much my hope and joy and I don't know, just my belief in this team has eroded over these past 4 games. It's been a wild ride. I mean, it's crazy because it feels like it could snap in, but like at no point did I feel like they were going to have it under control in the second half. I don't know why that
You thought
is.
Yoke might just make enough miracle shots to get it done, but that was it.
You thought they might run the play just enough times.
But they've got the play on defense, which is the crazy part. Like
They definitely do not.
So anyway, I'm in a bad spot, fellas. I'm in a real bad spot.
Yeah, that can't be worse than that. Harrison,
well
what do you
put.
got for us?
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is like this was a massive game. There's 4 games left in the season. Now there's 3. This was one of their 2 remaining games at home. The play-in is on the table for this team now. Like, this is a huge game. And the Nuggets approached it apparently like it was like a Sunday pickup run. How they started this game was awful, man. It was embarrassing, and it just kind of set the tone, especially on defense. I mean, the defense was a joke today, and I just don't get like how this can be such a big game.
Yeah.
I know guys say they don't look at the standings, but they know. Like, they know they need to win this game or how important it is.
Yeah.
And to just come out like that and play that level of defense, I think that was arguably their worst defensive game of the season. And trust me, there's been some really bad ones. But for it to be this important of a game and to play with that level of intensity, that was crazy. And I know the defense hasn't been great all year. I know it's not fixable at this point. It's just not. But you can put in the effort. You know, you can try, you can hustle out there. And for a game of this magnitude to be tonight and for them just to show up like is a preseason game was, I feel like it probably told me a lot about this team.
I think what I saw along those lines, my Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway, this team looks really tired. Yoke looks really tired tonight. The turnovers he had, to me, looked more like fatigue ones than anything else. I mean, they're really riding him to get everything done on the offensive end. But they also looked like a broken spirit, and that's what scares me, man. Because I'm with you, D-Line. Like, part of me, I didn't have a lot of faith coming into this year, if you guys recall. But I always believe that if you have Jokic, anything's possible and this or that. But even that part is hard to kind of squint through right now with some of the news we got about Jamal Murray, which we'll talk about later on. And also just with the spirit. I mean, Michael Porter does not look like a guy that is about ready to like do whatever it takes to get a title. Aaron Gordon doesn't look like
asleep out there.
Aaron Gordon doesn't look physically anywhere close to the guy that we're going to need to, or defensively capable to do the things that you need. You go away from Russell Westbrook tonight, and for good reason, because you had to in the clutch. You play Jalen Pickett, a guy we know Michael Malone didn't want to play for most of the year. Now you're closing with him. That just shows you where you're at. And the whole team looks like a team that does not in any way, shape, or form believe or have enough in the reservoir. And that's scary, and it sucks because there are 3 games left to go. There still is like a flicker of hope. But tonight was not the night to watch if you were like, I want to see it. I want to see something that gives. You were talking about the Minnesota game and how they lost, but they really won because you could take this or that. That's not tonight. Tonight's, even though they lost a very, very close game, really just 5 points, and it came down to 1 possession, it still looked like.
This looks like 30 games from this season.
Yeah. It sucks, man. Our beloved Nuggets. They get 2 full days off, which is really important, and then you get your final stretch. There's still a chance for you to avoid the play-in. But as we speak, the Nuggets are a half game up of the play-in, and a bunch of teams that have some winnable games coming up to tie or surpass Denver. It sucks, man. It sucks.
It's just you want to see fight. You know, you want to see that spirit, and like that has been such a staple of this team. It feels like, and it's just gone. It's not there right now, and
Help block this guy.
And it's
Please pay
like
attention.
really jarring and weird to see because we're not used to it. You know, we're not used to a Nuggets team that doesn't fight.
Yeah, we're really not used to it. We had and the title of the pregame show, Dev, was Uncharted Territory, and this was part of it. Even when Denver had lulls late in season or had struggles, you were like, yeah, but we know what they're made of. We know what we got. Like right now, I'm not sure what they're made of. I know that they have a lot of issues, and every team has issues, but you can overcome that. I'm just not sure what they're made of.
They don't know what they're made of. And that's something that has just been against this team all year. We used to use the word culture a lot when it came to the Nuggets and them having a close-knit group and a bunch that plays for one another, that plays hard on both ends of the floor. We used to use words like sacrifice.
Yeah.
Those are not words that you hear anymore. Those are not words that you see anymore. Culture is not, put into it. They look different. They feel different. When you see them play, it's different. We used to have words like Munder.
We have
They're not close to
We did
anything.
used to have words like Munder.
They don't have anything like that right now. If they hold a team under 110, we're excited.
That's a Munder.
115. I'm not going to give you 110. That's a good night for them defensively. It really is the defensive end of the floor that is now putting them in spots where you have to be pretty good offensively. You have to be incredible offensively for you to keep up every single night. It's not just some teams. It's just not some games. Every single night. You're playing the Pacers team without their second best player. You should have been able to hone in on a strategy. There should have been something that you were like, hey, let's stop, these guys, or like let's eliminate something. I don't know what they eliminated in this game. I truly don't. And that's just like, that's game planning. That's like the guys not going after it. Like it doesn't feel like a team that wants to win, but it really doesn't feel like a team. Doesn't feel like they're together at all.
Man, we talk about what makes. Remember the Dynasty talk after 2023 because of how connected everybody was. It became a juggernaut. It's just so disconnected right now. We were joking on the live stream. The only thing you can run right now that we have any confidence in is literally throw it to Jokic and everyone stand around.
Play.
Because one, Jokic's great at everything, and then two, there's no moving parts. It's like very simple. It doesn't really require
double
connection.
team. Okay, pass it here.
Yeah, or just barrel through and score. But any semblance of like, oh, ball is popping, teams working in concert, or this, that is just out the window.
And you got Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun.
Yeah.
You have good players. You have enough players so you don't have to run the play every single time. But that's what we've devolved into at this point in the season.
Well, the problem is none of those guys have any handles. Like nobody is able to get anything going. Like Russell Westbrook kind of was. Jalen Pickett kind of did. But they need they need Jamal Murray. They need him. It's sad. It's sad that we're to this point. Like it's this bad. And it's crazy to think. I mean, I don't even know what. Listen, maybe it wouldn't help, but they just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, they really just don't know what they're doing. Like, and again, we'll just never. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get like a Nuggets game this season where all of the 5 starters are healthy and playing well at the same time. We're going to just hope it magically appears in the playoffs. It's the worst possible scenario. I can't believe we're having to go through it. Listen,
All right,
man.
let it out. Segment 1. Is that it? Are you good?
No, I'm fine.
All right, everybody let it out. Go to the Toyota chat. Let it out as well. We're going to grieve this one together, and then eventually we'll turn the corner. But we got to dissect the game in further detail in segment 2.
If you guys need tickets to concert shows, sporting events, Nuggets games, Avs games, Rockies games, check out the Game Time app. It's where we go to buy tickets. It's the best ticketing app out there. You can use it on your phone. It's really easy to use there. You don't have to go on a computer to use it. You get all-in pricing. You can see how much your ticket's going to cost with all the fees. You can get views from your seat. Also, Game Time, you just go onto Game Time and you just go to the first screen and it just shows you the best tickets.
Yeah.
And their algorithm is so good that it's usually right. Shows you just the best 100 level tickets. Boom, right there. Game Time's great. They have curated deals. They have seat views before you buy, lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection, job loss protection, etc. They have priority Game Time picks, all-in pricing, lowest price guarantee. Also, Game Time ticket coverage. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DNVR for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Create an account, redeem code DNVR for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
Game time.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to our friends at Miller Lite. Miller Lite, the best light beer out there. I had one on the show today. D-Line bought me a Miller Lite.
That's right, I did.
He delivered it to me on the watch along. That was awesome.
Hey,
Thank
man,
you for
anything you need. Anything, unless it's a defensive stop, and then in no way do we have that.
It's refreshing, hits the spot every time. The best light beer out there. Perfect for any occasion. If you're watching a Nuggets game, if you're live on a watch along, if you're at a friend's house, Miller Lite, perfect for any occasion. The taste you can depend on. No games, no gimmicks. Just a great beer for people who like beer. They got that clean finish, refreshing to drink.
It's the anti-Nuggets.
96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/DNVR to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Taste like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. It's the original light beer since 1975.
Wow.
Since
Way back.
1975, still the best one today. Pick up some Miller Lite.
All right, we're back here, segment 2, DNVR Nuggets. We got to talk about the big fella first. Last time we waited too long because we were in our feels. Let's just get to the good thing right away, really. Pick our vibes up. 41 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. 3 of 11 from 3. He got his threes up tonight. Was not making any of them. Outside of that, he made everything. Here's the one thing, Dev. The one glimmer of hope that still remains in a season of diminishing light. Yoke's still the best version of himself, man. He still has a higher capacity than ever before. And on nights like this, you realize as long as he's there, you're still in it.
You are in
You
it.
still feel like you have a chance every single time that he's out there. And even in a funk for the team, even though they're going through this, he's still having one of the best seasons of all time. And he just continues to add to it with these games. Like, we're on the worst stretch of the season. We're in one of the best stretches of his career right now. And that does not make sense. In this game, like, he truly dominated. And it's almost unfair for a guy to have to exert that much energy for the play and to be that perfect every single play. He has to make split decisions. He has to make the right decision. He has to use his body to make these decisions, and he just continues to score. He was doing Miles Turner so bad. I mean, so bad.
I know it.
Every single play. Then he's like feeding guys. He's putting guys where they need to be, and that's going to come with a couple of mistakes. It just is. It was a bit shocking for him to have the turnover late in the game where he's trying to read what's happening and he made the wrong decision for once. But like, he's out there giving it his all. Like, even with the morale looking down for the team, he's still playing hard. he's still, trying to will them to victories. And I mean, it's just another monster game. Third quarter triple-double with 5 minutes left. There's not many players like that. There's not many times that's happening.
I know it. It's so unfair, man. The Nuggets have done Nikola Jokic so dirty over these past 4 games. His stat lines over these past 4 games 3 of the 4, he didn't play one of them, have been like, I don't know. They don't even make sense. Like his numbers are now so ridiculous that you become numb to them. They don't even mean anything. They're just like, you look at them, you're like, what? Like if you applied them to any other player, like everybody on earth would lose their mind. But it's just like, yeah, that, of course, that's what he got. And the fact, I mean, I will say though, listen, as long as we're looking at this from a team perspective, Jokic does put the Denver Nuggets in a bad spot with his defense. He doesn't help them at all defensively unless it's a steal up front. It puts a lot of guys in bad spots. That being said, oh my God, this guy is not human. I cannot believe we cannot get a win when he puts up numbers like this. I don't know, man. I'm crestfallen, brother. Like,
You really are.
I've just never felt like this. Feels like the game 3 or like game, what was it,
Against the
4
Jazz.
against the Jazz, where it just felt like all was lost, which is actually, maybe a good thing.
Oh,
Like,
we're down 3-1 in the season?
Maybe all is lost, but so it gives us a sense that, we could start over from nothing. But Nikola Jokic is the greatest. He's the greatest, man.
I do agree with you about
hate
his
this for
defense,
him.
though. It was
It
so
puts them in a bad
tonight.
spot. Like, listen, their defense is terrible, and a lot of it comes from him because
Five out in particular is hard, I think,
It's
for
a
him because
hard
it's
team
just
for him
it's
to
just
guard.
it's like this is why in the Celtics series it'd be a very similar thing.
But then again, when you're just running the play every time and he's just doing everything on offense,
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to be better. That should be the expectation. But he also is doing everything on the other end of the floor.
so true. I know.
41, 15, and 13, though. Do you guys remember that game against the Pelicans about 3-4 years back? I don't even remember what it was. It was 2022, March 6, 2022.
Yeah.
He had 46, 12, and 11. And I remember thinking it was the craziest stat
Right.
line in game I've ever seen.
Right.
Yeah.
And he just does that now
Every
he's
game.
averaging that this week. He's averaging that this week because he had the 61
Yeah.
piece.
And averaging
He's had
0 wins.
and doesn't have a win. And you just look at it and go like, my God, and I'm not even exaggerating about this, that game that he played against the Pelicans back in 2022 really is his average now. That is the level he is at now, where he just does that every night. And I remember thinking, I'll remember this game for the rest of my life, which I probably will, but it's just crazy, man.
It is crazy that they get these type of games and they lose.
Yeah, it's not making any difference.
40-point triple-double, 60-point triple-double, and they're losing.
Yeah.
And it's just wild because, and I go back to something I said, in the first segment, like, there are good players on this team.
Yeah.
They do have talent on this team. Michael Porter Jr., very talented. Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun, they have talent on this team. But it's really weird how they're so disconnected right now that none of those guys can, do anything. And it's just all on Yoke. And I don't know, man. Their synergy is off. They're not connected. The chemistry is off. I gotta think the locker room's not great. That's just
Yeah.
what it seems like watching them play. It seems like there's stuff probably going on. It's just it's crazy how it's devolved just into everything centered around Jokic, and he has these monster games and they take losses.
Christian Braun had a crazy stat line. He had 30 points tonight, 8 rebounds, 4 assists.
He had a great game.
He had a really, really great game. Goes 3 of 3 from the 3-point line, which, again, if we're trying to squint for silver lining scale, maybe we're squinting for those right now. 12 of 16 from the field. D-Line, I'll let you start on this one. That's a good stat line.
I mean, it's great, and it sucks because we've been crying, at least I have over the past week, just one other guy. Let one other guy to step up to go along with Jokic, and he did step up, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Two other guys. We need
Just
two other guys, man.
Well, we need a ball handler that's going to step up with Nikola
Yeah.
Jokic, and we need a role player. I guess we need 3 guys.
We
It should
need 5 guys is what we need.
But we have what should be the 3 guys and the highest paid players on this team. But Christian Braun, I really liked his entire approach to this game.
Yeah.
Really, he really was bringing effort and energy the entire time. Like, you really can't put any of this on him or Jokic. It's just like the rest of the guys just got to look deep in the mirror. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, how are we letting this happen?
Yeah, this was a monster game for Christian Braun. 30 points. That has to be like a high for the season.
Let me look, actually.
But also, it was
What, 2 shots the whole game?
It was efficient.
2, maybe,
It
yeah.
was very efficient. 12 of 16 from the field.
is a
He
career
knocked
high.
down 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Like, he spaced the floor. He got downhill. He had some very tough finishes because he was like one of the only people that was moving. There was the play, and then when it was not the play, it was the play on the other end. Like, it was just 2 guys that was trying to operate and will them. He had that dog in him. He's playing hard. He's grabbing every rebound. He has some assists, which is pretty shocking. Like, he's not a guy that, tries to create for others, but I feel like he knew what he needed to do in this game, and he tried to make it happen. You cannot be upset with what you've seen from Christian Braun, and that's him stepping into a new role. Like, he's never the second option of scoring, and that's trying to read to see if AG's going to step up, if Michael Porter Jr. is going to make a shot. They weren't, so he's like, okay, now it's going to be me trying to make reads, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He had some crazy finishes tonight.
He
That
did.
one left-handed scoop where he just put it on the rim and it dropped. That
And
was
a couple,
great.
a couple times we just stepped up and knocked down a 3.
That's what I was going to say.
super
I've
confidently.
been feeling, and it's been pretty obvious, I feel like he's lost some confidence in his 3. Like, he has passed up a lot of 3s over the last couple games. It was good to see him fire on some of those today and hit.
Yeah.
Like, because they need him to shoot those.
And Julian Strawther, another squint for silver lining here. 6 points, 3 rebounds. He got back on the field. He was 0 of 3 from 3, but he made his other 3 shots. I mean, they're really squinting here. Malone trusting him with 11 minutes. He took the 4th most shots today.
Yeah.
5th most shots. 5th most shots today. He only played 11 minutes, which is a little bit wild. But just a quick note because we're almost at break. A quick note on Julian Dev.
Yeah, I liked how he was looking bouncy. He looks
Yeah.
excited to be out there.
He was playing hard.
They went to him early. He didn't knock down a 3-pointer, but he was knocking down the floater. And I know going into this one, he had a limit because you would have went back to him if he didn't, if they didn't tell him beforehand or they're trying to work him into it. I like the stretch with the bench where it was like, we're going to go through him. Like, everything's going through him. And he was moving, he's reading. That's good. You need Julian Strawther. You need a guy off of the bench. And it might not be right now as he works himself back, but you have something there, especially a score. Like, that's a microwave score. So I like that from Julian.
Yeah, you got a Julian thought? He did have the bounce to him.
He played hard. He had some bounce to him. I think Micah Malone's going to try to play him in the rotation.
I think so, too. I mean, it's not like there's a ton of options.
There's not, and he just believes in his shot, which hasn't been there at all this season consistently. It wasn't there tonight. He just missed a couple of 3s that he needs to make in his spot and his role. But I think Malone's going to play him, and they think they need that offense. But defensively, he's still pretty dreadful.
Yeah, defensively definitely is. But you know what? So is everybody else
know,
on the
what's the
Nuggets.
difference?
Join the club.
Sounds
Yeah,
like he's a
join
Nugget.
the club. That's all I really got for squinting for silver linings.
I know, dude.
I mean,
trying to work
squinting is. I mean, it was a close game.
trying to work through my grief over here.
Work
dude.
through your grief.
I'm in depression mode.
I thought Pickett was okay. Had a
I
really
think
rough turnover
I think
at the
this
end.
was a much better Westbrook game than we might be giving it credit for. He had some bad moments,
No, Westbrook had the same arc. I thought he was fine for the first 3 quarters.
but I don't even think his 4th quarter was as bad as like it was the last couple games.
Well, because he wasn't on the floor
Well, he played a little bit.
at the very beginning.
Yeah.
That might have been it, but it was. I thought it. Do you guys agree? I thought it was a pretty bad first
I
like
feel
4
like
minutes.
every single Westbrook game is like a rinse and repeat. Like,
Yeah.
plays well, does good things, look at the box score, somehow they're still down. He comes back in the game, things don't go well, and then they're like, okay, let's get him out of here. He was really good to start this game. I think that it was a very high energy, like, let's get downhill and just go at guys the entire time. He was finishing around the rim, playing extremely hard. Then the minutes came. Then it was like, okay, now it's a couple of turnovers in a row. That's his thing. It's like a stretch. It's everything is in a row, and then you can't forget about the in a row when other things happen. Because he knocked down the 3-pointer late in the game. I feel like that kept him in it right after he had a turnover. And then you're still thinking about the bad plays. Then a bad play happens, and it's like he got pulled. And then they made the decision to go with Jalen Pickett because they didn't want a turnover, and then Jalen Pickett does the turnover. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, situation. But it's the same arc for Russell Westbrook every time for me.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break on the other side. More bad news. Jamal Murray, turns out, no longer day-to-day. He has been downgraded from day-to-day to we hope he's back for the playoffs. We'll break that down on the other side.
Bet365 is an official partner of the Denver Nuggets and Colorado Avalanche. It's the app that we used to bet here at DNVR. If you tune into our pregame show, Superstar Dev gives you all the picks before every Nuggets game, his best bets for the night, his 3 bestest bets for the night, and he hit 2 out of 3 tonight, which feels like the minimum that he hits. So download the app, use code DNVR365, bet along with us every pregame show. Bet365, they have an early payout offer for NBA and college basketball. Bet365, their early payout offer, you're a winner if your team goes up by 20 points. I think it's 15 in college. Instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners. Download the app, use code DNVR365 when you sign up. You can hit that QR code right there on the screen. Bet365, again, it's the app that we use. It's clean, it's easy to use, it's a great app. You can deposit, withdraw really quickly. It's great. It's great with the nuts and bolts and that stuff. New customers now get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10, place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. If your bet wins or loses, bonus bets can be used on spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Also, got to talk about our friends at Empire Today. If you have any flooring needs, Empire Today are your guys. They should be your only call. They even did the floors here in Studio A. They still look great, by the way.
They sure do.
Just like your favorite team needs a home court advantage, your home needs a home floor advantage. Empire Today can help you get it. They have flooring experts and dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day. That's all they focus on, just flooring. They wake up, they think about flooring. They go to sleep, they're thinking about flooring. That's what they do. Empire Today, they're the best for new floors out there. They live and breathe flooring. Their flooring experts bring the showroom right to your home. You've probably been to some of those big box stores out there. You wander around, endless aisles. You don't get the customer service that you need. You will get that with Empire Today. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. DNVR listeners can get $350 off when using the promo code DNVR. A $350 discount with the code DNVR. Restrictions apply. Visit empiretoday.com/DNVR.
Man, nobody more maligned than the big box store in ads. Pay attention.
Really?
The big box store really gets a bad
Yeah, they get a lot of hate.
All right, back here, segment 3. Are we going to the UC Health Player of the Game here?
Who was it?
I'm really curious who the people went.
was the player of the
Live
game?
Extraordinary Player of the Game presented by UC Health. Drum roll, please.
I wonder who it is.
Oh, it's Nikola Jokic. I would have had the same.
Yeah.
That's who I would have voted for. Still not enough in the caption there. That's accurate. Yoke looking a little sad. Yoke looks pretty. There's a weight around Yoke right now, man.
I mean, I said this earlier in the season, and it still holds truth. It's like I've never seen him more visibly frustrated
He's an L, man.
with the team, with how they're playing, than he has been this season. Like he's never shown it as much as he has.
The Nuggets as an organization have to figure that part of it out. Well, I think it can be overstated, some of this, like, the concerns. For me, like, Yoke does have a limit. Every human has a limit to their, like, emotional well-being. And forget the fear of him leaving or this or any demanding trade, any of that stuff. Just worry about him and, like, he's giving the best version of any basketball player ever, at least offensively. And, you got to make him happy. You got to make him comfortable because he can actually be better than this even if you do things right. Well, his running mate Jamal Murray, though, was not here for a 4th straight game, and we found out today that his day-to-day hamstring tightness has actually now been elevated. It's a weird one, Michael Malone said in the pregame. He said it was a weird one and that he was day-to-day but not anymore, and we hope he's back for the playoffs. Dev? This is the real cloud hanging over everything. A 4-game losing streak, whatever, bounce back, we got it. Jamal Murray now not only questionable, just when and he'll return, probably back for the playoffs, but will he be 100%? God, this sucks.
Yes, this sucks. And getting this news from the head coach, he was even shocked by the news because he was like, it's a bit weird that it was day to day and now it's not day to day. Most people don't go from like not playing to doubtful to questionable to back to doubtful.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't happen. And it wasn't like there was a setback. It was just really like, we don't know what this is. And the Nuggets are spiraling right now. They don't have a look of a team that is getting better, and they need to get better. And you get better when you have a starting point guard out there. Mm-hmm. You look better when you have your second best player on the floor. They don't have that, and they're going to have to work their way back into it with the season on the line. That is not a fun spot for anybody to be in. And he's going to press when he gets back because he's been out for so long. And it's not like they're doing it because they're resting him. It's not that they're doing it to like make, he's actually hurt. That's what scares me.
I know. It's this is a 5-alarm, fellas. Like we don't we just don't. We're in such a bad spot. We're just in such a bad spot. Like
he should be fresh for the playoffs.
He should be fresh for the playoffs.
Energy-wise.
Maybe we're in a great spot. Maybe we're in a great spot.
But he's also going to be
hurt,
out of shape. No.
Yeah. No, this is.
That means he's not working out either.
I mean, it's tough to stay in shape with a hamstring.
Yeah. To me, this is the biggest deal, man, because this is again the level of credulity you need to like buy into their chances this year is like kind of absurd. There's a lot of faith you have to. There's a giant leap of faith that is a little bit frightening, and the Murray piece of this, I think it hovers. Like when we talk about the team not playing very inspired tonight, part of me worries about that. They know what they are without Jamal. And if they're all looking around going like, really, man, that's what's going on? Oh, okay.
I mean, the truth, though, is even with Jamal, it's not like they've been world beaters this regular season.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know, but I'd guess they have like an around a little over 500 record.
Yeah.
With him
but a lot of that is
lineup.
Like Aaron Gordon's out or Michael. And again, like I keep saying this, like this is just such a cursed season as far as all of our stars lining up and playing together and getting the best out of the Denver Nuggets. We just haven't seen it all year long.
Yeah.
It still is completely theoretical. Mercifully, we've seen it. Well, we've seen it before, so we know it at least exists in some form or fashion. But like, it's just we're just the absolute end of the line here. And frankly, like if he doesn't come back in a meaningful way and look like Jamal Murray, like we could be at the end of a lot of things, like we could be headed towards like a very difficult offseason where, a lot of changes could be on the horizon. Like we need him back in such a big way. I mean, the Denver Nuggets are in a tenuous position like they've never been before. This is just in the Jokic era. We've never taken a step back except for the last year. And we've never looked like we didn't have a team. Like they don't look like a team currently. They just look like one guy and a bunch of players that don't really know what to do other than give that guy the basketball. And it really sadly hinges on Jamal Murray and his hamstring, which again, like, you can say like, man, he's hurt. You can't be mad at him. But like a hamstring, generally speaking, is like preventable in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And then you go to the standings, and I think this is the real talk here is that the Nuggets now find themselves tied in the loss column with the Clippers, the Warriors, the Timberwolves, the Grizzlies. Those are the teams right now that are currently 4 through 8. Denver does not have a leg up on them. They are, unless the Golden State Warriors lose tonight, which is possible, those teams are all going to find themselves tied in that column, which is now it's like not fully in their hands.
Warriors did lose.
It's over?
Yeah, they just lost.
Oh, they just lost. Well, thank God. The Warriors fall down now out of the play. So that's one team Denver has a leg up on, which is nice. And a tiebreaker, which is, although the tiebreakers could get weird if it's like 4 or 5 teams.
Yep. And I mean, now you go on the road, you play the Kings.
Yeah, that's a huge one. They got 2 days off, though. I also feel like it's a slight chance to like regroup a little bit here.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance.
Nuggets are procrastinators. This is what they do. We might be the 3 seed by the end of the
They are procrastinators. But I mean, we have been saying this all year.
We have been.
We have been doing the same show for a lot of the season. And we still do it because you do have that ounce of faith. They do have the championship pedigree. They do have the greatest player in the world. They do have Jamal Murray, who has been known to just find a way when it doesn't seem like he's got it in him. He just does sometimes. So you think about that, but then you watch them play defense tonight, and you're like, oh, okay.
No, I mean listen, man. The Nuggets are not done. It feels over. It's not over. It's not over. It feels over. But it's not over.
But it's not over.
But it's not over.
But it feels over.
It does feel over, and it might be over. But it is not over until it's over.
Can we trade for Obi Toppin?
Maybe. I don't know. When's the trade deadline? Is it coming up? I don't know. And also, like, just go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you.
I was going to say, like, just in general, like, when things are dark and things are down, you learn a lot about everybody in your world.
That's so
like,
true.
The people in the chat are exposing themselves at times, like people attacking.
Well, that's just
us,
a place to get emotions out.
Get emotions out, but like learn. Like we're all in this together. We need to build, not destroy.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say, and maybe this can lead us into our closing, segment here, but this is kind of what sports are about. And the best stories in sports are about when things look the darkest and a team was able to sort of coalesce. There's 2 days off now, Monday and Tuesday fully off before you play on Wednesday night. And I do wonder if this is the moment where somebody steps up and steps into the light and says, guys,
Send the text.
They desperately need a team meeting.
This is one of those things where you worked out all summer, you went through preseason, you went through the whole freaking season, and now you're at the point of the season that actually matters.
I know.
You can't lose hold of the rope here. You can't lose hold of the thread.
You gotta be like, guys, is this really how we're going to let this end?
For real.
And Yoke and Brendan Vogt wrote about this up on the DNVR.com for diehards only, but Yoke did have the quote about it's not about anything else but sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice. And I always talk about this. This is what basketball is about. Everyone has to make some kind of sacrifice, and this team seems unwilling to. So far this year, and there's not that much time, but this is one of those moments where it can be galvanizing if the team will just look in the mirror and has the will to. That's the question we don't have is, do they have the will to? But if they do, you know what? Just chip away at it these last 3 games and get yourself healthy and ready and not in the play-in. Give yourself a week off before the playoffs. Now rest becomes a huge factor because if you lose and go into the play-in, you turn around and play in 48 hours. Give yourself a full week off before the playoffs start.
Yeah.
It's just this is why waste the entire year, no matter how bad things are. Why waste it?
Yeah, I mean, truly, like you can step back, you can get reconnected. Again, like it's not over. It isn't over. It's
Who's going
not
to call the team
over.
meeting?
I mean, at a certain point, probably they're all going to be like, "What? We just got a text message. Oh, Jokic told us to f off."
I think it has.
No,
to
but
be.
I'm serious. Like, who's going to call the team meeting? Because right now, I'm not like confident in anybody to do
I don't.
that.
I literally don't know the answer to that. Do you?
I think it should.
I
be,
don't.
I think it should be like a.
It
a
should
vet.
be Yoke. It needs to be Yoke, obviously.
I don't know. I don't know if it had. Yoke's gonna step up. He's gonna show out. His would have to be like, you guys are letting me down. Like he's not that type of person. Like I don't know. If it has to be someone else, I feel like.
I mean, the message is like, we've put in all this work. Is this really how we want this era to end? Because if it keeps going this way, this Nuggets era is over.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
true.
That
true.
has to be the message. Like AG, Michael Porter, Jamal, like we've put in the work. Like how many years have we been together? Do we want this to end right now? Because if we do, let's just keep doing what we've been doing. But if we don't,
I know.
let's change it.
Man,
That's the message.
I want Michael Porter Jr. to get like a message from above and just have him feel whatever it's going to take to get. I mean, we obviously don't know what he's dealing with. His body is, more challenging than probably anybody else. He just looks like he's kind of coasting out there a lot. Yeah. I really hope, and like he's not hitting the shots we need. He's not really contributing a lot out there, but he's better than this. Like so many of the Nuggets are just better than this. And I agree. Like it can't go out this sad. There's no way it can go out this sad. And I'm just not ready for it.
They'll fight, man, but
Fight more than AG and PY fighting each other.
Well, AG's not healthy. I think AG's a fighter, but he's just not healthy. All right, let's take a break, our final break. But on the other side, we'll get to Super Chats. Brendan Vogt will be calling in from the arena, and we'll put a bow on all this.
Guys, Volo is Denver's most popular provider of adult social sports leagues.
The Nuggets should play pickleball together in a Volo.
Why not?
Sure.
Pickup
games and events. Sports offered include soccer, volleyball, pickleball, kickball, basketball, cornhole, many more as well. They have leagues all over the city. Lodo, Rhino, Highlands, City Park, Cherry Creek, South Broadway, and more. Playing with Volo is a great way to meet new people, make friends, be social, stay or get more active in a fun way. Mix up your after work routine.
Yeah.
How about that? Mix up your after work routine.
Volo is straight up fun. It's so enjoyable.
Fun. Yeah. You can play right here over at City Park, like 2 blocks from here. Then you play kickball, whatever. Then you come to the DNVR bar.
Yep.
And you just drink and play beer pong and flip cup all night.
Yeah, for all of the wounds you had to just rub dirt on and you just drink them away.
That's what happens with Volo. Players right now can sign up as a free agent, small group, or full team, and all ability levels and backgrounds are welcome to join. You don't have to be, an intramural MVP to play Volo.
But it should be noted, like if you crave competition, they do have higher level competition available for you as well.
Yeah. Use code DNVR10, $10 off any Volo Denver league. Also, Toyota, we are live from the Toyota Lounge, of course. Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR.
I just put together a really cool proposal for a Toyota thing.
Ooh.
I really hope it comes through. Stay tuned.
Is this a note to your wife about buying a Toyota?
No. It's something that involves all of us.
I really want the Land Cruiser.
All the fellas.
Toyota, they offer 17 models available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive like the Epic 4Runner. They also offer more low and zero emission vehicles combined than any other automaker to give customers numerous choices to reduce their carbon footprint. 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from, like the Tundra iForce Max hybrid truck, SUVs like the RAV4 and Grand Highlander. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota Rapid and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson, Toyota East in Aurora, Stevenson, Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
That little jingle means Brendan Vogt is calling in from the arena. Why don't we go to him now? Go to. What's that?
That graphic, it means
that he's switching it over.
So you can't be heard.
Well, I said that little jingling.
No, I know what I'm saying. When you were talking that whole time, it was just for yourself.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Vogt. We watched the game from over here. It sucked. What was it like where you sat?
Oh, so much better because you could really feel all the disappointment and hope draining thousands of people simultaneously. So that was what made it extra awesome, was the way everyone collectively felt like this was a funeral. That's what made it great.
Yeah, I'm glad it felt that way to everybody and not just us being negative Nancy's. But
you didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Run us through these notes. Important.
Okay, let's go quick. Michael Malone on the loss. Really costly turnovers at a key stretch in the game. Mentioned that this is something that's happened a couple of times to a group that used to make their money here, executing down the stretch. Obviously no Jamal, but really costly turnovers at a key stretch. He said, look, we haven't lost 4 in a row in a long time. He says it starts with me. And he says we put ourselves in this hole and we only have ourselves to pull ourselves out of it. So everyone's got to go home, look in the mirror, have some balls, and figure out what they particularly can be doing better going forward. But Malone said it starts with him here as the Nuggets suffer a 4-game losing streak, really at the worst possible time to close the season. He did again, guys, allude to the fact when asked if there was one thing he could change about this team. He did once again point out that the starting lineup has not played a ton together, that they've had a bunch of different lineups out there. We also spoke with Christian Braun, who didn't really care for that line of reasoning at all. He just dismissed it. He said, I really don't think that that's a problem. One thing that Christian Braun did do, guys, was take ownership throughout the entire presser. I've never heard Christian Braun talk like this. When it came to defensive communication, he said, that's on me. I need to be the one talking. I need to be the one keeping guys locked in. The coaches have put us in a good spot. So basically 3 or 4 different times whenever there was a conversation about what the Nuggets aren't doing well on defense, communicating, Christian just owned it. He says, it's my fault. It starts with me. It has to be me. He used some variation of that answer probably 5 or 6 times through the presser. Guys, as we know, Christian really, really hates losing, and you could see it. You could see it on his face here. Honestly, he looked a little bit hurt. And as he was talking about, what they need to be doing better, he kept saying, and we will. We're going to do it down the stretch here. We're going to win 3 in a row. We're going to go into the playoffs, looking better, feeling better. I asked him if he thinks the locker room feels the sense of urgency of the moment. He says the locker room knows. But listen, he just said, it starts with me, and someone has to be out there communicating, and it's got to be me. It's a lot of ownership from Christian Braun, despite the 30-point game. Also, the Jokic to Russ turnover, I asked Christian about it. He says that was my fault as well. He was trying to get out of Jokic's way on the DHO, ends up crowding him. He actually bumps Jokic as he makes that pass. Christian owned the turnover, said it's my fault, says he has to be better in those situations. So he was not exactly thrilled about his high-scoring output. He was really focused on what he and the team did not do well tonight.
Yeah. That was rough, man. Just general mood. Did you go inside the locker room at all? I saw we had some video in there. It was just general mood.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want to – I was in there pretty briefly, right? We did talk to Russ, and I'll give you those notes. So I don't want to pretend like I saw the whole thing, but in the 5 minutes I was in there, it was real quiet, man. It was real quiet. And I got to be honest, if I was a young player on that team, in that locker room, I would not have said a word, it would almost like that kind of tension was in the air a little bit. Look, I know this is also a relatively quiet group. Maybe it's like that more than I realized, but it was quiet in there tonight for sure. And Russell Westbrook was quiet despite us talking to him. He got his warning from the league. We spoke with him in the locker room, and he answered just about every question by saying, I don't know. I'm not sure. So, just some really stark juxtaposition between the accountability that Christian took, the way he approached his presser, and the 17-year-old vet that we heard from later in the night.
Any parting thoughts for us?
I mean, I don't know how much you guys touch on this. The pregame show was really all about just how hurt Jamal Murray is. And it sounds like he's hurt, guys. I mean, Malone even said it. This is not just us being careful. And when asked if he would be back from the playoffs, Malone did say hopefully. Didn't really look or sound that hopeful. So it just feels like they're doing it again, man. They're going to limp into the playoffs. There's questions about Murray's health. And, right now you could hear Christian Braun pleading, right? Almost pleading with his team to finish strong. But I got to be honest, guys, just the mood in the arena, I would be very surprised if they do. I mean, not that they're not capable of it, just that this isn't the feeling of, oh, man, we're going to go out here and turn this thing around. It's despondent in here, in my opinion. That's been my read both from the arena and in the locker room.
All righty. Well, good stuff. Thanks for picking us up. That was good stuff, man. We'll see you now, Vogt.
Yeah, see you guys.
Later. Super chats, man. Well, who was sick enough to super chat on such a night? There can't 50? Oh my god.
50 super chats? Jeez.
All right.
The boys are X Factor. Sky is falling. I get it, but get healthy. We got a shot.
Okay.
I mean, that is
Positive.
We're positive. What are we doing?
Holy smokes, 1 for 1.
We're going positive town tonight?
The boys' dad, this one, indeed, this season is on those responsible for coaching individual and team defense. Not only no improvement over the course of the season, but arguably worse. House cleaning there cannot come soon enough. Disgusted.
We're disgusted,
lost
man.
the
The boys'
boys'
dad?
Man.
Boy's dad is out.
Has Jamal played his last game for the Nuggets?
Oh my god. Let's see if we
Jeez.
get darker than that.
Ryan B. Murray hurt going into the playoffs for the 4th time in 5 years. MPJ forgot how to shoot. AG is a complete shell of his former self. Take this season out back.
Take it out back, man. Old
Ryan
Yellers.
B.
We're all
Yeller
negative,
style.
man.
That was a sad movie when I was a kid.
Maddox,
Still a sad
I'm out.
movie.
Mentally can't watch this roster anymore.
Well, we've lost Maddox.
He's out.
Man, we're dropping like flies here. Yes.
Are we gonna have any people?
All right, who's with us?
Joker's wild. Beat
Who's
the
coming
Kings.
with us?
Rest Joker against the Grizzlies. Hopefully the Rockets rest last game of the year. 6 seed is best case scenario. Fire everybody.
That was a roller coaster right there.
I thought we were going positive for a second.
Nope.
Diz, Heat first Nuggets. We are in the microwave. We are cooked.
Oh, there you go.
Hold on. First off,
There
he
you
switched
go.
up his usual.
Yeah,
I know.
it's
And gave a
appropriate.
little bit more. And this one makes a little bit of sense.
It really does.
Damn it.
In the worst way.
Tiamin, building around Jokic should be a piece of cake for any decent GM. Unfortunately, Denver doesn't have one.
Yeah,
I don't
negative.
think it's that easy.
I mean, they built,
like
they
this
built
one.
a championship squad around him.
Yeah.
They
The
did build
people that
one.
they have around them are not doing the things that they're supposed to do.
Not
Yeah.
clearly.
I mean, one of them has been hurt. Letricus,
Negative 14. Is
Negative
that,
14.
Who is
Just
that? Is
said
that
that.
Russ?
Russell Westbrook plus 9.
Oh, there you
Negative
go.
14.
All right.
Hello. Hey.
Amin, AG,
two
5
people
points,
with
3
it.
rebounds in 34 minutes. No hunger, no passion. I can't
We
agree
did-
more.
that
I think
man's
it's
hurt.
more no calf.
Yeah,
I think
no-
it honestly is more of that than
No
anything.
cap, dude.
Yeah.
AG will give his all, man. I think that's his all, unfortunately.
GGX gang, what has this team done to my glorious king? Jokic is averaging 40 points, 12.3 rebounds, 9.5 assists in his last 6 games, almost a 40-point triple-double, and we're 0-4. Come on, Murray, we need you.
We do. We need you.
So bad.
Ryan B,
He's back.
Nuggets haven't clinched yet, by the way.
He's back out.
Just we know that, brother. We know. We know.
Dusty old Cowtown, Yoke getting run into the ground
what if they
again,
don't make the
but we
playoffs?
losing.
I'm telling you, man. It's sadly on the table.
Oh,
Sasha, Booth's contract is expiring this offseason. No way he gets re-signed, right?
don't put it nothing past the crunch.
So I don't know. We'll see. Yvonne, Eric was screaming while reading my super chat.
Yvonne, by the way, is a genius. He knew this the whole time. Let's hear what Yvonne has to say. Hey, let me read this one.
Yeah,
please.
Eric was screaming while reading my super chat a while ago when I was objectively criticizing the team because he can't at least respect other people's perspective. Are we so back, Eric? Hey, Yvonne, thanks for joining the show. You're a genius. We all know it. Anytime Yvonne says something, take it as gospel.
I actually think Yvonne should be the next GM of the Nuggets.
he should be the
He's
next
got more
GM of
coming.
the Nuggets.
He's
It
got
should
more
be him,
coming.
I think.
Thanks, Yvonne. We all appreciate it. All
Alex
of us.
Ungerman, fire Malone, give Spoelstra all the money in the world. Fire Booth. I don't know any brilliant GMs, but give whoever that is all the money in the world.
All right. Well, this is the Laker fan thing. Fire everyone.
Yeah.
Bring all the best players back.
We're in definitely fire everybody mode.
Oh
History Channel 5280. I'll take it. I'd rather rest Jamal and go through the play-in than be the 4th or 5th seed with the Wolves.
All right. Silver
Positive.
linings.
Positive.
Dude, Nuggets are just they're maneuvering right now.
Yvonne, I'm not a fan who was overreacting to every L. I was reacting to the things that were constantly happening this season, which is no bench, no shooting, no defense, no attention to details. Groundhog season.
All right.
Hey,
There
So
he goes.
good.
He is a
Lee
genius.
Anderson,
He's
this
got more
team
coming too.
should fly you guys to Cancun with them. Y'all showing more grit than the Nuggets.
Dude, what would we do? Yeah, maybe
DNVR
we
is the
should go
best
to
5-man
Cancun.
rotation in Denver.
3, 2,
I would
1.
be better in Cancun than I am here.
Cancun Dev
I
is
can
honestly the
promise
top
you
dev.
that. I can promise you
Dude,
that.
Superstar Dev would be Emperor Dev. in Cancun.
I mean, Bob Myers as GM and Spo as head coach
Dude.
saved the Jokic era.
People have like Bob Myers because he's on TV now.
I think Bob Myers kind of sucks.
That's what, of course, I'm saying, but he's on TV now, so people are like, Bob
And
Myers.
also, you could just go get anybody you want, man.
Yeah,
Bill Jackson.
they'll get the cheapest guy.
Michael Porter Truther checking in. AG has 5 boards in his last 64 minutes. We are dead.
Wow.
we
That's
lost
crazy
Michael
stats.
Porter Truther.
Oh no.
Yvonne Nuggets should be thankful to the Rockets tonight.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you.
you go. All right, we're very
Nuggets
thankful.
gold. We are in hell. Jokic is gassing himself and not playing D is killing us. 4-game losing streak in end of season. How? I pray there's a switch.
I pray there is too.
Me too,
We
brother.
gotta find the switch.
I don't think there's a
Lee
switch.
Anderson, if I have to watch another Russ pull-up bank shot, he made one today.
Yeah.
I will projectile vomit, gouge my eyes out, and wash them in the vomit.
You should live stream that. That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
You should do a
That was-
watch
that was graphic.
Walter Worthy, anyone wanting Joker to go to another team can F off.
Yeah, great,
Hey,
man.
Get fucked.
You suck as a fan. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. I
Get
agree with
lost.
this. What a
Nuggets
loser
fans
mentality.
and Joker fully deserve each other, but neither deserves his organization's
Yeah,
buffoonery.
like we welcome objective, analysis of what's going on, like from Yvonne.
Yeah.
But the rest of you can get lost.
By the way, we got to get to the other side. If you're watching this on our fast channel, go meet us on the internet.
Yeah, dude.
Overtime.
Shit.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Man,
Smug gets
shit.
gold. So what? Second team are we rooting for after elimination? I don't know. I don't.
Come on, guys.
Lance Wilson. Hey guys, tell us the non-rational fans how to feel. We are losing hope for more than just this season.
Feel hopeful because it's so lame to do it any other way.
Yeah,
You know what? We're in the foxhole, man. We're
We
seeing
are.
a bunch of
It's
people
just
right now.
us.
We're in
It's
the
just
I
foxhole.
actually have gotten through.
We're all we got.
I've gone through like 7 stages of grief. Like,
Are you
I'm
back?
back ready to fight.
You're
dude.
back?
I'm back ready to fight.
Are you? You're
yes.
back?
I'm back.
Are we
Fire
so
up, dude.
back?
I'm back.
We're so back.
Fire up.
We're so back,
He's
baby.
back.
What else?
Cameron A, choose your playoff 8-man rotation. Is Julian in it?
We'll have to do this week, I'm sure.
I think he's gonna be in it. Druid trading.
8 real guys.
Not super chatting until he win the next ring.
Bro!
Still enjoyed this season.
Come
Ring
on,
still winnable.
man.
Great show and takes. Jokic has been amazing. Need more aggressive trades and fire.
Well,
No,
See you
come on,
soon.
man.
dude, that was a breakup letter.
That was
you
a
broke up with
breakup.
us.
We just got dumped.
But that was like
Dumped by Drew.
that was like the hardest one. Like
Oh no.
That
I'm
was
gonna break up with
emotional.
you until you become rich again.
Oh no.
You gotta say something else.
You
Until
got-
they go on a 8-game winning streak.
We got
Or
broken
6
up with
games.
just now.
That was a real breakup.
That was 10 bands.
I was once in a relationship.
Your
with
barber
yeah.
moved away.
Big honey, we're cooked boys. The team's broken and I'm down bad.
We're down bad.
GGX gang, all the comments saying team needs to trade. Yeah,
Of
F
course.
them, man. F them.
I wish somebody else was with my girlfriend. I don't
Pete,
deserve her.
it's stunning how soft the Nuggets team has got. They're tanking teams that play harder than us. The genius 23 draft strategy. 3 guys who shouldn't be near the floor on a serious playoff team.
Yeah. Project Dynasty not looking great.
ish. Not at all. Crunch time just isn't the same with no PB&J.
No, dude.
So true.
Amen, man. With only peanut butter, you just get a bland, dry sandwich, kind of like the Nuggets. Glad to see Julian back. I still think he can play in the playoffs.
Man, I actually kind of like a peanut butter sandwich. I
I get down on a peanut butter
Dude,
sandwich.
peanut butter on a Ritz cracker is like that's a thing.
Not a sandwich.
I know that's not.
That's
A, what do
peanut
you?
butter on a
What?
cracker.
I
Dude, that was a real
swerved.
bait
I
and switch.
had the sandwich, but
You're
then
like,
I
oh,
swerved
I like
to
a peanut butter
cracker.
sandwich. In fact,
Yeah.
it makes me
Peanut
think
butter's
about.
so good on apples.
Peanut butter's good on apples too. It's not bad on apples. Sweet. You guys,
no one
you guys
would
saw the
disagree with.
swerve there.
We're like,
Smug
wait,
gets
what?
gold. Third super chat. I'm venting. Most Nuggets fans are looking toward the offseason as a bright spot. Sadly, I think we should meet our expectations. Front office underperforms 9 out of 10 times.
Oh God,
Negative.
Very negative.
Ben Mack, thank goodness for this show and some folks in the chat. I'd be bedridden without you. Damn.
dude. I know. That's just it. And if you're attacking somebody in the chat or whatever, like all we have is us.
Yeah, all we have is
That's
us.
all we have. The national media, ESPN wishes we didn't exist. All we can do is lift each other up. When we start infighting, it's like P-Watt and AG. Nobody likes it.
The thought of putting Yoke through the playoffs this year is starting to feel mean. Positive, CB was great.
It is true, man. Yoke's got to be looking at the playoffs. Like I have to do this now in the playoffs where it's even more intense.
Come
like,
back, Jamal.
But that was a positive message
That was
from
kind
Ben
of
Mack.
We
Yvonne,
appreciate
if
you.
the season alone is not enough reason to blow up this team, I don't know what is. MPJ is a good player in Jamal, but they are massively overpaid. Dean G, Joker's 30, not 35. CB is good. Even if the season goes south, you're the best. And this is not the last chapter of the story. Change is hope.
I like it.
Positive. Donald W, Wolves fans love the Losers Lounge. Positive chat.
Positive chat. Hey, you know what? Whatever.
Lee Anderson, I hate the Wolves fans in the chat.
That was amazing.
With Westbrook's play earlier in the year, he was going to be a popular costume for Halloween in 2025 in Denver. Now I still think he will be.
And then it's like,
vampire?
Oh,
Oh,
negative.
vampire.
Negative.
Oh man.
Lee Anderson, DNVR chemistry better than Nuggets, AG and P-Watt fighting.
You guys don't know
Well,
what's
yeah,
going on
you know,
behind the
just
scenes
wait
here.
till-
It's really ugly. Oh, it's getting.
Shove and take my
uncomfortable
money.
around
No
here.
win, no Adam. We should have won. Get 3 dubs, please.
I haven't seen him around lately.
Big name K.
Big Namek.
Big name K. I'm doing my part. Starship Troopers meme, but all of them are
I know.
Jokic.
I didn't do shit.
Yvonne, this is not Project Dynasty. This is Project Bullshit.
There it is.
Dynasty don't have incompetent GM. Even the Bulls had Jerry Krause, who just didn't draft MJ.
All right, there you go.
It's Kyle M. Hey, D-line.
What
Do
up?
you think there's a formula
Dude, me
for
and
who
Kyle
he shouts
M,
it out?
Me and Kyle
You get
M.
the shout out in heart stomping
I think I've
losses.
only ever gotten one shot.
Well, I've also
from
gotten
Kyle.
called out. I'm really getting the full gamut.
Yeah.
You know, the part that's most concerning is our weakest links defensively. MPJ and Murray. Murray is out. Offense isn't the problem. Defense still sucks.
Yeah. Not untrue.
But we needed offense in a big moment. We
Grapey, honestly, the 7 seed is pretty much the 2 seed if you think about it.
Hey, actually, you know what? Bro, I love that. Hey, yeah, that is. Are you kidding me?
Josh Burnett from Down Under. Dev, welcome to the Commonwealth, mate. Oh, yeah, you and Josh now are
Yeah, all British
related,
British
I would
colonies.
even say.
What does
little-
it mean?
He's
Australia was once a British colony.
He's
you
Nigerian.
have some British in you.
he's Nigerian.
Josh,
Yes,
Josh
Nigerian.
Burnett from the middle of the continent.
Get that cherry in the hand and start working on your bowling. Can see you ripping in some mean offies.
Yeah, right.
I think that's a cricket
That's cricket. Yeah,
reference,
that was
yeah.
cricket. Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Tembo,
Okay.
no wins post Minecraft
It's true.
movie.
Minecraft,
Oh my
the Minecraft
God.
movie has sunk us.
Oh no.
Ryan B, I'm too much of a sicko to be out. I'm just sad.
I
you
know,
go.
dude.
Hey, man.
That's it. We don't have a choice here.
You know, I'm sick of the health excuses. If you're playing, I don't want to hear it. AG just dropped 38 the other night, but now he's hurt. Give me a break.
Could be.
Yvonne
I-
again. Thanks for the sarcasm. You guys should just be DMing these.
I know. Right?
I'm not genius. I just criticize something that is obvious. Thanks for not screaming this time. Respect you, even if we don't
look
agree.
at that.
Oh,
We made
thanks.
friends
Look
along
at that.
the way,
We
man.
work out our
Oh,
differences
all right,
through the
okay,
super chats.
all right.
RWK D-line, I need a masterfully designed The Play shirt. It's actually very simple, design. Mr. Exquisite Nugget, I'm alive. No Eric, no Dev. Good job, Cedric and Vogt.
Good job, Cedric and Vogt.
Eat
Yeah.
it. Dusty old Cowtown trying to survive Lakers Dubs fans is hard at work right now. I
Dude,
bet him.
we're in
whatever.
the
We're
worst
in the
spot.
worst. Up another one.
Yvonne, I'm scared that we will give 110% these 3 games, and somehow we will run out of gas at some point in the playoffs. Hope we get Memphis or Golden
God.
State, and hope for the best.
So bad.
Hope for the best. Man.
Michael
That's all we
Porter
do.
Truther, MPJ, AG stagger without Jokic has won their minutes last 2 seasons. Why don't we try it? We don't try zone. We don't have MPJ screen for Jamal. Coaching issue.
Could be.
CJ Jones, you can't blame me for this down season. I haven't been super chatting. That changes now. The switch has been flipped.
Let's
Oh
go.
my God,
best
CJ
friend.
Jones.
Finally, my
We
best
got rid
friend
of
just
one.
back
CJ
up.
Jones
We
flipped
got
the
CJ
season.
back.
We're dropping
Oh
the,
my
Might be
God.
the switch
I
that we
feel
needed.
it.
the fake fans dropping off and the real ones.
This
like
one's for you,
cicadas.
Dev, from Jay
popping
Kerr.
up.
Nigerian flag. Interesting facts. The green stripes represent natural wealth, and the
Ooh,
white stripes
he knows this.
represent
Oh, you don't have to
peace.
tell Dev.
Similarly, we must come to peace that it's over this season for the Nuggets.
Wait, what?
Positive.
Damn it. What just happened?
Maddox, I'm a fan, so I'll keep watching. I just feel so empty. At least in 10 years, we can remember all the dope moments Yoke had this year.
Oh,
Best
come on,
non-MVP
Maddox.
season
It's not
ever.
over. It's nothing is over.
Roly poly. Final super chat. Tim Legler for GM. KD Joker next season.
All right. Well, I guess that's our hope at the
Oh, we got one
moment.
more. Mindless Moonchild. Bring Brucey B back for the vibes.
Hey, man, the vibes
And-
could use it.
I think he'd come back for the millions.
Millions of dollars. Hit the outro music, Kale. I got to go over to talk to Tim Legler right now. Gonna do a
About
little
this?
late night. Nah, probably not. All NBA show. Though we'll probably talk to Jamal Murray. So maybe you guys want to go on over there. You can go check out that show and hear Tim Legler's thoughts on the other games that happened in the Western Conference. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. You're a real sicko if you hung with us for the last 5 hours of misery. Hit that like button on the way out.
We all silly like the mayor.